finding the derivative of inverse functions at a point of length a. So I continue differentiation rules with 15th rule. F is a function of R to R. When we say f of b is equal a, it means if you replace b instead of x in f, it's gonna be a. The point A belongs F and the point A prime belongs inverse F. As you see, length for F is B and width for F is A. But for inverse F, length is A and width is B. There is a formula which says the derivative of inverse functions at a point of length a is equal 1 over the derivative of f at a point of length b. What does it mean? I solved this example for you to figure out the meaning of it better. Here, a is 7. So we can write go back. A is B and 7. As B and 7 belong F, so we can say f of b is equal 7. Now replace b instead of x in this function. E to the 2b plus 1 is equal 7. For solving this equation, we should take ln of sides. So ln of e to the 2b plus 1 is equal ln of 7. According to this formula, we can bring this term down and put it next to the ln. To b plus 1 times ln of e is equal ln of 7. As ln of e is 1, so this term is 1. In the end, b is ln of 7 minus 1 over 2. Now we should get the derivative of f and replace b instead of x in f prime. F prime of x is, as we have an exponential function here, so according to the formula which is related to this function, first you should get the derivative of this term. As two terms sum each other, so you should get the derivative 1 by 1. The derivative of this term is the coefficient, it's 2. The derivative of 1, as 1 has the constant value, so the derivative of it is 0 times this term, e to the 2x plus 1. Now you should replace b instead of x in this function. F prime of b is 2 e to the 2b instead of x. Ln of 7 minus 1 over 2 plus 1. We can cross out 2 and 1. So it's gonna be 2e to the ln of 7. According to this formula, we can replace 7 instead of this term. It's 2 times 7. It's 14. In the end, 1 over f prime of b. So it's gonna be 1 over this term, f prime of b. Next example. Okay guys, in this example, f is a function of positive real numbers to positive real numbers. We should get the derivative of inverse function at a point of length 4. So 4 is a. We can write 4 and b belong inverse f. Go back. B and 4 belong f. As b and 4 belong f, so we can say f of b is equal 4. Now replace b instead of x in this function. Plus 1 is equal 4. We can write b plus 2 equals 3. For solving this equation, we should undo square root. So it should raise to the 2. It's gonna be b plus 2 equals 9. In the end, b is 7. Now you should get the derivative of f and replace 7 instead of x in f prime. Here we have radical function. According to the formula which is related to the radical functions, first you should get the derivative of this term. As two terms sum each other, so you should get the derivative 1 by 1. The derivative of x is 1. As 2 has the constant value, so the derivative of it is 0. And for down, you should write 2 square root of, repeat this term, x plus 2. As 1 has the constant value, so the derivative of it is 0. Now replace 7 instead of x. So f prime of b is 1 over 2 square root of 7 plus 2. It's 9. In the end, it's 1 over 2 times 3. It's 1 over 6. According to this formula, we should write one over this term, f prime of b. As denominator for 1 is 1, so in the end it's 6. Okay guys, in this example we should find the derivative of inverse function at a point of length 1/2. So 1/2 is a. We can write 1/2 and b belong inverse f. Go back. B and 1/2 belong f. As b and 1/2 belong f, we can say f of b is equal 1/2. Now replace b instead of x in this function. Three to the b minus 1 over 3 to the b plus 1 is equal 1/2. For solving this equation, you should times 2 in this term and 1 in this term. Plus 1. It's 2 times 3 to the b minus 2 equals 3 to the b plus 1. As we want to find b, so we should move 3 to the b in this side and 2 to other side. One plus 2. As we want to find b, so we should take it out by factoring. It's 1. So in the end, 3 to the b is equal 3. The power of 3 is 1. In this equation, we can say b is equal 1. Now we should find the derivative of f and replace 1 instead of x in f prime. F prime is, for getting the derivative of this function, we need quotient rule. According to the quotient rule, first you should get the derivative of up. As two terms minus each other, so you should get the derivative one by one. For getting the derivative of this term, As this function is an exponential function, so according to the formula which is related to this function, first you should get the derivative of x. The derivative of x is 1 times this term times ln of 3. As 1 has the constant value, so the derivative of it is 0 times this term. Minus. Now you should get the derivative of this term. As two terms sum each other, so you should get the derivative one by one. For getting the derivative of this term, like before, first you should get the derivative of x. The derivative of x is 1 times this term. Times ln of 3. As 1 has the constant value, so the derivative of it is 0 times this term. Now for down this term to the 2. To the 2. We can simplify up by factoring. 3 to the x ln of 3. For this term, 3 to the x plus 1. For this term, negative 3 to the x plus 1. Repeat. 3 to the x plus 1 to the 2. We can cross out this term. In the end, it's 2 times 3 to the x ln of 3 over 3 to the x plus 1 to the 2. Now you should replace b instead of x in f prime. So f prime of 1b is 2 times 3 to the 1 times ln of 3 over 3 to the 1 plus 1 to the 2. We can simplify it. It's 6 ln of 3 over it's 4 16. 3 8 ln of. According to this formula, we should write 1 over this term. It's gonna be 8 over 3 ln of 3.